And welcome in courtside. I'm John Liddle with the legendary coach Ben Braun. Love rivalry matchups. There may be no bigger matchup in this area of the U.S. than when these two teams get together.
It was an excellent start for North Texas, but since Charlotte's turned it on with an 8-0 run.
North Texas looked dead in the water, really, leading into the second quarter, and then they start knocking down threes.
We said before the game, hey, Houston Baptist is playing their best basketball of the season coming in, and they've hung right there.
She has one of the best defenses that the CUSA had to offer this year, third in scoring defense. She just didn't think her team got it done in that first half. Here's Phillips, their best player, stepping back against George. Skips it, and it's intercepted. Here's Jazzian Jackson looking for the break. It's a 4-on-3 if she hurries. Jackson in the paint, leaves it for Townley. Another jumper. It's good again. 2-point game.
Low percentage shot as Callie Owens is blocked. Higgs, the recipient on the other end. How did she get that to go? Higgs hanging in the air and windmilling one home. Terry O'Bradley fires back. It's good and a foul. Cook, an open three. Cook bangs it down. My goodness.
Western has to have a quick bucket. Creech into the lane, protects, shoots, hits, and one. Jackson underneath, finds Shepard. Shepard up and good. What an answer.
They're wiping it down in Nacogdoches. Stephen F. Austin, Sam Houston State knotted up at 8 as we get ready to start the second quarter. And that's how we all feel inside.
Yes. If North Texas wins this game, not only do they knock off a top 25 team, but they also secure a winning season. And it would be back-to-back winning seasons for the Mean Green for the first time since Jaylee Mitchell was a player, her junior and senior years. It's been a long time.
It was tight at the half, but as we start the fourth quarter, domination, Kyle Yeomans, domination right that area, right about there. We talked about the third quarter belonging to Charlotte. Look at the fourth quarter and how North Texas has turned it around in a hurry.
The Mean Green were up big, but the Toppers not dead. Not by a long shot.
Stephen F. Austin starts with the ball in the second half, moving right to left. It is wonderful to have you with us. It's the front end of a beautiful doubleheader here on the last day of the regular season. And behind a screen, Stephanie Fisher smoothly hits a triple.
I love the unselfish play inside for Stephen F. Austin. They establish block position, then they fan it out for a three-point shot.
Walker attacking, but she is tied up by Riley Harvey. It does stay with Sam Houston State.
Always like teams that can play inside out. You've got so many advantages, so many weapons when you have to get in and help down, dig down on the post.
Jennifer Aramis trying to find somebody. Aramis is going to have to play a lot in the second half, you would think. Faith Cook, who started the game at the point guard spot, has 3 fouls. Little hook shot inside by McKinney. Doesn't fall. And Ayanna Johnson starts the second half off with a key rebound. She has been dominant on both ends of the floor. And Stephen F. Austin looks to expand their 19-point advantage. Marissa Banfield underneath to Johnson. And Sam Houston lucky that one didn't go. Nice job to step aside by Banfield, and she drills the three. Timeout, Sam Houston State.
And Coach Justice immediately calls timeout.
Welcome back to the starting lineup, Marissa Banfield. Sam Houston State looks to get on the scoreboard for the first time in the second half. Walker whips it across. It finds Leggett. Can't drill the two. And Ayanna Johnson with another board for a team in Stephen F. Austin that's been dominant at home the last 2 years, and they have been dominant today as well. Stephen F. Austin with a victory secures the number 2 seed in the conference tournament, and yet another beautiful feed. Ayanna Johnson converts.
Well, John, again, that's the isolation play they run. They empty out the backside, they overload, and they go right over the top. There's no help. That's a tough play to defend.
And a giveaway by Faith Cook, throwing it away. And so far, this is a rough way to head toward the conference tournament for Raven Justice's Bearcat team. Bearcats, just a couple games ago, after their victory over Houston Baptist, they were alone in first place in the Southland Conference with 3 very tough games in front of them. Nice feed underneath. Riley Harvey inside off the assist by Ayanna Johnson. That's incredible.
Rice shooting 50% as a team in the first quarter. They turned it over 5 times. Chrisman Started almost every game last year for Rice. Gives it to Ida Marco. A little two-man game. Extra pass to Wiggins. Passes up on the open look to scoop it inside.
And again, Rice going all the way down till the end of the shot clock, but then this time finished off on a great drive from Sydney Wiggins.
She's so comfortable. And she comes up with a steal as well. Had a big stretch against the Mean Green in the first matchup to turn the game from a 2-point contest early in the fourth quarter to a 7-point contest with 5 points in just 10 seconds of play. Rice with the lead back. North Texas has never led. Wiggins, again, passes up on the wing three. Late in the shot clock, Chrisman operates. Wiggins, there's a foul on Chrisman, a moving screen, and North Texas takes it back on turnover number 6.
And that's the second, I think, second moving screen, unless there's 3 that's been called on Rice. And they do a lot of screening. And if they're going to foul like that on the screens, that's going to kind of throw a wrench into their offense. But they've been doing a great job milking that clock all the way down and then getting decent looks at the end of it.
Charlene Shepard inside, and she scores against Ida Marco. Shepard, the reigning freshman of the week in Conference USA, coming off a great weekend against the Florida teams. Rice just so deliberate. Grigsby looking underneath. As North Texas runs that sagging man defense. Only 6 to shoot once again for the Owls, but a great look by Jasmine Smith, but she is way off. North Texas attempts to run, looking for their first lead of the game. Shepard another touch. Shepard goes to work. Nice shot over Chrisman, and North Texas leads.
And a smile after the finish. I think she knows she did a good job there getting Chrisman up in the air, timing her next go up perfectly. Finish over Chrisman.
In so many games this year, Paul, it has just been no contest for Rice. They're outscoring opponents in Conference USA play by 17 points a game, and so often games are almost out of reach in the first quarter. Not today. There's a foul on Terrell, and Jasmine Smith goes to the line.
And in their matchup back in January, I mean, it was close the entire way mostly until Rice pulled away in the third quarter on a run. But then North Texas actually kind of got themselves back in it a little bit, but for most of the way it was step and step. Rice never really got out and started blowing North Texas out, and that is the same pace that it's going at here.
Jasmine Smith off the mark on the first one. The freshman is 71% shooter at the line. North Texas makes a sub in the post. Anisha George is back in for Deja Terrell. If you're just tuning in, the Mean Green are wearing the pink uniforms today. Rice in their traditional navy blues. 1-point game is Jasmine Smith. Top 100 in the ESPN W rankings this year, and also top 30 point guard as she was coming out of the Kincaid School. North Texas with a 1-point advantage, and Wiggins with another theft. She's in passing lanes, and at 5'11", she has that extension to go get the basketball.
North Texas probably came into this game really worried about what Nancy Mulkey was going to do to them defensively, but so far, Sydney Wiggins has not even been letting them enter the ball down into the post.
Another late in the shot clock situation. Wiggins with a deep triple, in and out. And Bradley tries to win the race. Mean Green might have a 3-on-2. Nice feed. George finishes.
Threaded that one perfectly. Terriel Bradley showing what she can do. Not just a scorer.
That's the thing about Bradley. She leads the team over 17 points a game, but she doesn't ever feel like, all right, this is my game, I've got to take over. She lets the game come to her, and she wants to involve the teammates.
Bradley's one of those players that you watch and you feel like she might have had a relatively quiet game. When you look at the box score, and she has 20.
That's a great point. Ida Marco. Called for the travel, took one extra step. And right now, Rice is getting befuddled on the offensive side. And they're going back to a couple of their starters after Ida Marco travels. Chrisman was there, but one too many steps. Fourth-year head coach of the Rice Owls, leading her team to a 76-48 record over the last 4 years. George high post, gives it to Shepard. North Texas up by 3. Bradley looking to get involved. Mid-range shot, and she cans it. 5-point advantage.
Terriel Bradley doing what she does. She can take that pull-up from the mid-range. She can take the three. She can get to the hole. She's really just a tough cover.
Mulkey with the left hand. It doesn't go for Nancy Mulkey. Mulkey coming in off back-to-back 4-point efforts against FAU and FIU. Long pass. George retains it. Nice spin move, and Mulkey lets her have it.